hope you're having a good day. I was thinking about an idea for a video, and I came across on YouTube from, I think it's BBC 3, things not to say to someone who uses a wheelchair. And everything that I talk about in this video is meant to be just fun and lighthearted, and to give you an idea of some of the things that have happened to me. So I'm going to use this as kind of a guide, because I've watched it before and a lot of these things have happened to me, so you'll hear it in the background. And like I said, this is from BBC 3, things not to say to someone who uses a wheelchair. So here goes. I'll just go over some of them. The first one that they said was, do you play wheelchair basketball? I don't really get that. I never have. I don't know why. Maybe I look like too much of a girly girl and wouldn't be into sports. I'm actually into watching sports. I've thought about doing wheelchair basketball, but my husband, if you've seen our video of us together, he always says my biggest disability is not being in a wheelchair, it's being short. My arms are extremely short, and I'm just short in general. I'm barely 5 feet tall, and so I don't even think I could shoot the basketball high enough to get it near the goal, much less in the basket. So I haven't really had that one happen to me. The next one is, what happened to you? This one I don't really mind, but I think the thing that they're pointing out, because the people in this video didn't really mind it either, but I think they're pointing out, and the same thing I would point out, is how you ask it. Like, nothing happened to me. Like, nobody beat me up and broke my legs and, whatever. If you ask me, how did you end up in the chair, or what's your disability, something like that, I'm totally okay with that. I won't be offended if you ask me what happened to you. It's just, it kind of catches me off guard, because at first I'm like, well, nothing happened to me. I'm okay. I've been like this since birth, so nothing happened. Can I have a go? Which, this is an English-based video, British-based video, and so I have had people ask me, can I get in your chair? And, like, if I'm not in it, like, okay, I don't really see why, but, like, I've literally had people ask me, while I'm in the chair, can I use your chair? Like, no. What do you expect me to do? You want me to just miraculously stand up and go sit in a chair and wait for you to, like, spin around a few times and then come back? Like, that's not gonna happen. So, like, I kind of give him, like, a dumbfounded sort of look, but, like, no. That would be like me saying, can I borrow your legs? No, I can't. No. You're so brave. Let me just tell you, I've had people tell me I'm so brave, I'm such an inspiration. Like, that doesn't really, it used to bother me, I'm not gonna lie. I think I talked about that in another video, but it doesn't really bother me now, because, like, looking at it from other people's perspectives, they can't really understand what it's like being in a wheelchair, hence the whole point of me doing this channel. But I have to tell you, and I may get my husband to tell more about this with me in another video, because he's hysterical talking about it. I have the weirdest experiences with drunk people. Like, seriously. Let me just tell you about two of them that come to mind. Like, we were out with a group of friends for New Year's Eve maybe 3-4 years ago, and I kid you not, this girl came up to me 2 or 3 times, well, multiple times, first of all, telling me how awesome I was and how awesome that it was that I was at this club with this friends, and I'm just like, well, yeah, I'm not a confrontational person. I do not like confrontation, so I'm not gonna say anything to someone. I was just like, thank you. And I realized she was drunk and didn't know what she was saying. So I was just like, thank you, Happy New Year, blah, blah. And then she comes back and starts to, I'm sitting in my chair just like this, with my hands in my lap, minding my business, watching all the drunk people. And she grabs my hands and starts to dance with me. And I pulled away, and I was like, no, I'm good. She does it again. Like, she steps in my personal space, y'all. Like, what in the world? Like, and my husband stepped up and he was like, do you want me to say anything? I was like, no, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's drunk. Then she comes and does it, like, over and over and over again. So finally he steps in, and he's like, him and another guy friend of ours kind of, like, form a barrier around me, because it wasn't just this girl. And then all of her other friends started to try to interact with me too, like I was the token wheelchair girl or something. And so then, like, and another time I was in I was living at home with my parents, but I was in grad school. I was out again at a bar with some friends, just because we used to go and hang out, and it was one of my girlfriends, and some of her friends and a couple guys that we knew. This random guy, and he had to have been just plastered. Just random guy comes up to me and sits on my lap and proceeds to bounce up and down on my lap and says, "Can you feel that?" Yeah, I can feel it. Now get up. Get off me. And one of our guy friends, like, comes up and, like, pushes him off of me. It's like, I can't believe that happened. I'm like, dude, stuff like that happens with drunk people all the time. And then as far as the inspiration thing, like I said, that doesn't really bother me. But y'all, if you knew what goes on behind closed doors, and when I have bad days and things like that, I am no more of an inspiration than any of the rest of y'all. Let me just put that out there. Oh my gosh. Patting me on the head. They just mentioned it in the video. Patting me on the head, y'all. Like, am I a dog? I don't, like, I have hands that can move. You can shake my, I don't know why that bothers me so much, but it does. Like, it drives me. And talking to me like a child, that happens to me. It happened to me more when I was in my 20s, because I am not close to 20 now. But it happened so much. And the patting on the head still happens. Like, what in the world are y'all doing? I'm not a dog. I have a voice. I can speak clearly, and even if I couldn't, don't do that. Like, that's not cool. Oh.
Do you work?
Do I work?
I have that all the time.
Yes, I do work. And yes, I get that all of the time. Not well. People that know me, no. I don't. But random people, and they're amazed, y'all. They're amazed that I graduated high school, that I went to college, that I have my own, okay, I'm not bragging, but I'm just going to put it out there. I have a mental health practice. I do mental health counseling for children and adults, primarily children. What am I talking about? Primarily children, because I'm a registered play therapist. I have a mental health practice, and I am actually the primary breadwinner for our household right now, because childcare is so expensive, and my husband used to be a teacher, and he is not anymore, because we decided that when we opened our own practice, that I needed somebody to help with the office management and stuff like that. So we work together, doing this stuff. So yes, I do have a job. Okay, the next one in the video is you can walk. It's a miracle. I don't get this one too much. I mean, I can walk with crutches or with assistance. And so it's cute because I don't do it a whole lot because I'm slow at it. And with 2 kids, you can't really be slow, especially when they're 6 and 3. So whenever they see me walking, they're genuinely, or they used to be genuinely surprised. Now they've seen it enough to not be so surprised. But so they're the ones I get that from the most. But not really much of anybody else. Again, whenever people see me standing up, nothing to do with my disability, but they're genuinely surprised that I'm so short. I'm super short, y'all, especially standing next to my husband who's 6'2" or 6'3". This one, I don't really get the whole people in public saying we don't do wheelchairs. I've gone to establishments that are not wheelchair friendly or wheelchair accessible, and we've tried to make it work, but sometimes we just can't. So there's not really a whole lot to say about that too much. You people, we don't get many of you people in here. This one, can you have sex? Sorry, not gonna answer that. It's not anybody's business. It's our personal thing. But the fact that we have 2 children who are biologically ours should give you some kind of hint, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. That I have gotten. Oh, bless your heart. I live in the South, so that happens a lot anyway. But I get the bless your heart. I have gotten this question: do you only date people in wheelchairs? No. I've actually never dated someone in a wheelchair. Not that I have anything against it. I just never have. I had a really good friend in college who was also in a wheelchair and actually had cerebral palsy as well. And we were great friends. And we used to joke about it because people would see us going somewhere on campus together, and you would hear them. They would literally go, "Aww," like, what? Just because we're a guy and a girl both in wheelchairs, that automatically means that we're together. I loved this guy dearly as a friend, but I could not imagine dating him, just like he couldn't imagine dating me. So no, I don't only date people in wheelchairs. But I do find it hilarious that people automatically assume that able-bodied people couldn't possibly find us attractive or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah, this one. I'm so sorry that you're in a chair. I like, I don't know any different. Why are you sorry? I honestly feel like it's a good thing. That might sound crazy, but my husband's actually one of the first that pointed it out, that it actually helps me in my job, because people come into mental health counseling and the first time, and they're nervous and they're scared and they're afraid of being judged, and they don't want to talk to somebody about their problems. And we have he has literally seen it to where someone will come in, because I don't have it on my business website or my Psychology Today or whatever, that I'm in a wheelchair. So people come in, because I don't feel like it's relevant. So people come in and they see me, and you can literally feel that barrier calm down. Like, it's almost like, well, she's obviously got problems, so it's okay if I have problems too. I've had new clients actually say, how can I complain to you when you've got these issues that you're dealing with? You've got enough to deal with. But the thing I always tell them is, look, everybody has something they have to deal with. Everybody has issues. I have some on the inside, I have some on the outside. Mine are just more visible at this moment. So our problems are no different. They're just manifested a different way. And another thing that I think is positive about my disability, I don't like it sometimes because I feel like it limits me with my kids, but it also teaches them patience and compassion. I've seen it since my daughter's been around for the last 6 years, and I'm starting to see it with my son at 3. So that is the end of that. So that's just a little fun thing that I wanted to do to sort of give some insight into things that people have done or said. So leave a comment down below of any awkward moments that you've had or any questions that you may have had for someone in a wheelchair that you've been too afraid to ask or not sure if you should ask. You will not get any judgment here. I am all about open communication and, you know, awareness. So ask whatever you feel like asking. Hit the subscribe button down below to see the next video, and hope you have a great day.